I only ate pizza for years. I love pizza. I know, everybody likes pizza, but I love it so much that it was the only thing that I ate for almost 10 years. It all started at the beginning of first grade. On the first day of school, I walked into the cafeteria and I nearly threw up. The smell was horrible. All around were different types of food, and their smells were all mixing together. Even when you could pick out just one smell, it was never a good one. The entire room smelled like a garbage can. There was no way that I was going to eat anything that came out of the cafeteria, not if it smelled like that. For the first couple of days, I just didn't eat. I sat with my friends and tried to ignore the smell. But while they were laughing, my stomach was rumbling. I was starving, but I still couldn't bring myself to eat any of the gross food the cafeteria served. After a few days, I asked my parents if I could start bringing my lunch with me. My mom said it was okay, but she didn't have time to pack my lunch for me, so I would have to pack it myself every morning. Anything was better than the cafeteria, so I agreed, and the next morning I got up extra early to make my lunch. I opened up the fridge so I could make a sandwich, but the lunch meat wasn't the first thing to catch my eye. Instead, in the bottom drawer, I saw some leftover pizza that my dad had brought home from his job at a pizza parlor. And as I said before, I love pizza. I looked at it and I looked at my empty lunchbox. And I decided that it wouldn't hurt anything if I just took in some pizza for my lunch. The problem was, once I started, I couldn't stop. I started packing pizza for lunch every day, and the idea of eating anything else started to seem crazy. Why would I trade in my gooey, cheesy goodness for a boring sandwich or something out of the cafeteria? The more pizza I ate for lunch, the less real food I wanted to eat at dinner. My mom would work really hard to make a big meal for me and my family, but all I would be able to think about was how it wasn't pizza. I stopped eating dinner with my family until my mom realized what was happening and started to let me eat pizza for dinner too. My dad brought home leftovers from his job every single night, so no matter how much pizza I ate, we never seemed to run out. I was eating pizza for every meal, and for a while it felt like I was living the dream. I looked forward to lunch and dinner every day, and I laughed at all my friends whose parents made them eat fruits and vegetables, and I bragged that all I ever ate was pizza. But after a couple of years of eating pizza every day, I didn't feel as good about it anymore. I still loved eating pizza, but by the time I got to middle school, I was starting to see effects from my unhealthy eating habits. I had started to gain weight, and it was really bad for my self-esteem, and soon I started having other problems too. Everyone gets acne in middle school, but I seemed to have it worst of all. I got really bad pimples all over my face, and it wouldn't go away no matter what I washed my face with. Things even got so bad that I got sick. My stomach would hurt all the time, and I started to throw up after some of my meals. I didn't feel good about eating pizza anymore. I didn't really feel good at all. My mom took me to the doctor and explained what was happening. My doctor said that I needed to eat healthier or things would only get worse. I couldn't imagine what could be worse than what was already happening. It wasn't easy, but I started to eat better. First, I tried eating pizza with vegetables on it. Then I had to eventually start eating the vegetables on their own. They were slimy and weird, but I told myself that eating vegetables was better than throwing up. I forced down the vegetables, and after a while, they didn't seem so bad. It took a few weeks, but soon I was able to eat a full meal without any pizza. I wasn't throwing up anymore, and my acne was already starting to clear up. I felt better about myself than I had in years, and my body was changing to match that feeling. I still love pizza, and I eat it every once in a while, but I'm not obsessed anymore, and I feel so much better because of it. If you enjoyed my story, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and check out the other stories.